successful teacher, sports coach, educational presenter, mentor, author, and co-founder of BEST Inc., which stands for Building Education Support Teams. This is a nonprofit organization that gives out scholarships to at-risk and needy young men and women. He's been twice nominated as a Disney National Teacher of the Year and was named the NAACP Person of the Year. He has appeared in a CNN educational series highlighting his BEST program along with 2 of its graduates. He will tell you that his hobby, and I say that in quotes, is working with kids and their families struggling through tough circumstances. Whether it's something to do with school, a tragedy, personal or otherwise, scholarship assistance, or kids with a family issue. His always positive attitude, even in dire times, helps kids and families get through those rough patches. If a family is in crisis, or a young person, Billy can be counted on to lend his immediate support, morning, noon, or night, and we mean that literally. BEST Inc. is perhaps Billy's greatest accomplishment to the greater Lehigh Valley area. Many students have been positively affected by this organization, which was co-founded by him in 2008. This organization aids students in need of financial assistance to fulfill their dreams and goals of obtaining a college education. The expectation, and there is at the end, of award recipients is that they return to their community and seek and accept, if offered, employment for 2 years in this area. To say that Billy is passionate about what he does really is a major understatement. So folks, let's hear it for our newest Warren County Hall of Famer, William Billy Staples.
2 guys I'd like to stand up. Doug and Rich, would you please stand? So this whole baseball thing has been able to gather 101 and 800. 101 children from this area have had 8 semesters, 4 years of college, thousands upon thousands of dollars. And there's 101 of them that have left our community for school and have come back. Doug Clemens was in the major leagues for a decade. 64 Cardinals went to the World Series, then you came to the Phillies. You have never missed an event in over a decade of giving back to us, Doug. You sign autographs, post your pictures, and talk with people. Rich DeLucia, you're not just a 10-year Major League veteran, right? You, between your wife, your children, giving back to the community, coaching, the Dodgers went to the World Series the last 2 years as a scout besides a player, and you're my friend. And you let me be me. I can't thank you guys enough. You represent every baseball player that I've met and worked with, and it's helped out children. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. Back to the glass. This goes in. Ha. Pip, I'm not going to ask you to stand because you'll shake your head and you'll get angry at me. Pip, you were my 7th grade teacher. I was a hell on wheels. You kept me out of the office or getting suspended or more detentions, and you just said I had a lot of energy. You're full of crap. You are. Then he invites me over to his house and he feeds me dinner. Mrs. Pip, so many times there was always an extra plate and you always fed me. Later in life, when I didn't want to be a salesman, I know this personality, I didn't want to be in corporate America or selling something. So I drove to his house and knocked on his door. I said, Pip, can you help me become a teacher? That is literally one of the greatest days of my life, Pip. You know, I can't thank you enough. You know, you gave me love. You know, and I was able to give it to others. God, Pip, I appreciate you so much. Later in life, I get this Disney award, a Disney nominee. And I learned from my second mentor that the acceptance speech in Orlando, and when you talk about education, 3 pronouns that are not in there. I got you, Doc. No I, me, or my. My superintendent of record, when I got the Disney nomination, was Doc Sinisi. Doc Sinisi told me I was going back to college for my master's because I could become a professor. Me, a professor? I can't believe it. Doc, you have guided me through everything, through the thick and the thin, my masters. I just appreciate your patience. You invite me for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Without a good mentor, right, there is no one to help also then mentor the kids and pay it forward. So, there's a guy in Florida. His name is Rich Hirschlag. He's written 13 books. I went to him with an idea, and I said, if this idea works, we could raise 50 or 100 grand for children. He's from New York City, a Princeton grad. He agrees. We go to Major League Baseball and Chicken Soup for the Soul. The Chicken Soup for the Soul publishers said, okay. We got this big check. We start the group. The book sells. They go into a second printing, and the book is simply about the childhoods of famous ball players, but not about baseball, just about life. And there's Latinos and blacks and whites. And the book went. Hirsch, a successful author, did the deal believing that I would get the book deal. Obviously, I have to thank Patty Aubrey from Chicken Soup and Jack Canfield. When I couldn't get a hold of Mr. Canfield to close the deal, I was worried. Either he didn't want to do it or he wasn't taking my calls. So I drove to Newark Airport, got in an airplane, and I landed in California, and I drove to Canfield's house. And I think in reality, if I left his house, he gave us the book deal. But Mr. Canfield, now we're in our third book. I appreciate the leeway. This ball. We got the money to start a children's group. I appreciate you understanding that this is nothing about me. This is about what we're here for. There's a school secretary named Judy. She's sitting right in front of me. There's a lady in town named Linny. We have a meeting at her kitchen table, and Judy then gave thousands of hours over the next decade of her life, and there's 101 children that have gotten over $800,000, and they come back to our community educated, and they buy houses, get married, have families, and give back. Any person that's here, Judy, because Linny is gone, and every person that's here knows that this is not my Hall of Fame award. They do. It's you. It's just that you're quiet, and I'm a big mouth, and I love you, and I appreciate your patience. But you're best. And I thank you for a decade of giving and not getting paid one penny. Will the people from the best board of directors please stand up? Mary, Darlene, come on, Margie, Kim. It'll take you 3 seconds. The crowd wants you to stand and sit down to hurry. You work for free. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But every single one of my friends, there's 30 of them, just stand, right? And you have given hundreds and thousands of dollars either to get me away from you or because you believe in the children. Regina, Kevin, would you please, Edward, please, John, Doc, would you please stand? For over 40 years of helping my family, and in 35 seconds he raised $3,000 for us just by walking up and his reputation and his salesmanship. I thank you on your own ball, Doc. You helped every pet that I ever came dragging in, every single thing that was injured. You've never turned me away. You've gotten out of bed at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, and you've done nothing but help a little kid that gets to be old enough to say thank you for helping me, and I just appreciate your kindness. Jasmine, that's your core. Jasmine, you think that that jar is full, but it is not full, Jasmine, right? And here, right, here is 2019. Jasmine, this is your future. You have so much support from everybody in this room, including these Hall of Famers. So just when you think that 2019 is done, no, Jasmine, there's more stones in your life. This is your Christmas gift, honey. Jasmine, you think it's full with those pebbles, but it's not full with those pebbles, right? Just when you think it's full, right? Then you do this, and you add sand. This is all of the students, 2,500 of them. And when you were 12, and I knew what was going on, you trusted me. I appreciate it. To my students back there, Christopher, Jessica, Coop, SBM, to all my students, thank you for the love and in all honesty, the trust. Trust is even more important. I never taught a subject, I never taught a lesson, but I was taught by my teachers to teach love. So now the sand is there. The end. The end is what my students wanted, so it's not me. What would the end be? I taught my students to believe in themselves, but they really taught me. It was not me teaching them. They taught me to not quit. And then we used to do this thing, oh Captain, my Captain, Carpe Diem, Dead Poet Society movie. And is there any human being in my lifetime that has been loved more and created more laughter? And it's Robin Williams. I miss him so much. I can't tell you. He's been gone 4 years. And so if you end this, you have to end it not for us. You have to end it for the students. So if I can have that black shirt. And can I have that chair? So to all the students that came here tonight, I appreciate it. I went on the computer. It's amazing I know how to work that thing. And my students, this is what they let me do. They let me be crazy. The principals, you understood. David from ESU, thank you for, guess what? When you shake your head and you want to kill me. I know you want to kill me. Yes, daily. So I say to my students, it is, right? It is to you guys, right? This is what you wanted. This is what you said you remembered. And you know what? It is Carpe Diem. And look at you. You're such good adults, and you're educated, and you're giving back to the community. You have no idea, but you are my life. This is what I have chosen. And you come and you give back. And I love you guys. I know you think it's just a teacher love, but no, it's more than that. And to say the final story, as we get to Jasmine, right there is Nicole, Warren County Nicole. Nicole was next to her mother's bedside on Christmas when we lost her. And as a daughter said to a mother, I want to become a nurse. And there is a junior in college that is supported by all these people that will be one of our 101 graduates. And I love you, Nicole. You're going to be a hell of a nurse. And Jasmine, please come up for your Christmas gift. And can I have that water? Thank you for coming up, Jasmine. Because just when you think that's full, you're full of crap, Jasmine. And guess what? It's not going to end. And this is your life. And it's more important than us old people. And I know you lost your little one, but you are surrounded by love tonight. And every one of these Hall of Famers, right? They also know your story. And I hope you feel the love. And we got a long path to go. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's about. Giving back and helping the young. So if you're clapping at the end, please, in all honesty, don't clap for me. Clap for Jasmine. Thank you.
Everybody, let's hear it for Billy Staples.